Hello everyone, and I'm very happy to share that recently I participated in the 100th epilepsy camp arranged by Epilepsy Foundation Mumbai and National Health Mission. I have been treating more than 250 persons with epilepsy in Mumbai at Epilepsy Foundation. Also have been participated in many epilepsy free camps arranged by National Health Mission, and they're treating more than 200 population so far. My study with epilepsy and cognitive disability started back in 2008 when I understood that apart from dementia, there is a lot of neurological population that must have developed memory and cognitive deficit. And based on those hypotheses, I worked and developed a test which is called as Universal Memory and Cognitive Exam, which was then standardized with international funding from Australia in 2015. Based on the UMACE, I've been working for neuropsychiatric evaluation for epilepsy population and also for other populations who have developed different kind of dementias. Apart from that, when I'm here to talk about cognitive disabilities in epilepsy, I must say that in my research and all of the years of experience, more than 20 years, I have observed that most of the memory and cognitive issues are seen in persons with epilepsy. Because with every seizure, the brain is going to stop its connectivity with the surrounding. That means the information which is coming from 5 different sensory systems is going to be stopped for a while as long as the electrical activity is inside the brain, which the brain is unable to stop. So the brain decides itself to shut down for a while, but after the brain restarts, when the electrical activity is minimalized, the brain loses lot of sensory information. And for that reason, persons with epilepsy have the longest years with disability, which is specifically cognitive disability, motor disability, and also on the severe side. So whatever the population I studied in while developing UMACE screening test, I observed that the people having epilepsy are mostly in the productive ages, that is from newborn to maybe 45 and 45 years of ages, consistently having seizures and epilepsy with them along these years. So these productive ages of these people, they will lose lot of information, that may be academic information, surrounding information, all kinds of sensory information, and might experience a lot of disability in all of these areas in their productive ages. But with BrainNext, which I have developed between 2011 to 15, seeing this deficit in this population, that has been helping these persons with epilepsy, giving them a good quality of life. And I must say that we have been successfully treating patients at Epilepsy Foundation India and giving them proper cognitive rehabilitation. And most of the children who were actually studying in special schools we have successfully taken them and treated them in such a way that they could be accommodated in normal schools. Maybe on an average scale, but they are doing really well. Apart from that, I wish to share one important information regarding seizures. Seizures, mostly we see that with persons or children having developmental brain issues, where the brain was not developed in the developmental stage itself before the child was born. These brains have global deficit issues and mostly will have this seizure comorbidity. Apart from that, we have seen that children in their very young age, they have head injury or maybe they have high temperatures and they might suffer lack of oxygen issues while at the time of delivery and so on. And these children have a tendency to develop this seizure pattern. Seizure pattern is different in each brain and it might be very different at every different stage, because wherever the neurons are weak inside the brain, the seizure will happen into that area, and outwardly we see different features every time with the seizure pattern. But with every seizure, there is loss of information for the brain. But if the brain is given proper brain rehabilitation, the brain can gain that information again and can progress consistently. And after certain time, the brain will have the capacity to take the information by itself without our help. So the rehabilitation sustains and the brain develops its own capacity to take and process the information properly by its own. Thank you very much.